Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. My name is Ashley Coley, and I'm the Director of Vision Therapy and Outreach for the Optometry Center for Vision Therapy. I wanted to take a few minutes to share my story of how I went from the classroom to the therapy room. I was a senior at Texas State, going to school to get my teaching certification in grades 4th through 8th grade, and I was going to be certified to teach all core subjects, so math, science, language arts, and social studies. I loved all the subjects, so I had a hard time selecting which one I wanted to teach, but I also thought that it would increase my chances of getting a job when I got out if I could teach all 4 subjects instead of just one. So working to finish my degree, I was student teaching at Pflugerville Middle School and was teaching 7th grade language arts, which my son just graduated from 8th grade at that school, so kind of cool that he went to the school that I did my student teaching at. And the kind of personality type that I am, I over-prepare, so I would focus a lot on my lesson plans because lesson planning is one of the key pieces of your role as a teacher that will increase your success, at least one of the things that you have control over the most. So I would focus extensively on my program, my lesson plans, what I was going to, how I was going to present this information for the kids, because the way that you present the information is crucial for their ability to take it in, make sense of it, and understand it, and retain it. So I would spend hours on my lesson plans, go to school, deliver an amazing lesson plan, at least in my opinion, it was an amazing lesson plan, and I'd think, oh, I nailed that, they got it, and then the unit test would come, and 20 to 25% of the kids didn't get it because they didn't pass my unit test. So every day, I'm big on self-reflection of how can I get better, how can I improve. So I would leave school and reflect of how can I do better? How do I improve my lesson plans? How do I improve their learning experience? And I learned about the field of vision therapy and OCVT. And somebody directed me to their website, and I have to be honest, I spent about an hour on their website the first time that I visited it because it was so applicable for me. It outlined all of these visual skills that could be deficient and how that would look in a classroom. And I was reading these common signs and symptoms and red flags to look for, and thought about 6 or 7 of my kids immediately because I was seeing those same behaviors. I was seeing them. I just didn't know what they were. Because at Texas State and all of my educational courses, I never took any course that highlighted the importance of visual function for learning. And I was fascinated when I found OCVT and fascinated by the field, but I was more so disappointed. And I was disappointed because in my last semester, fixing to graduate and join a workforce in a role that is so important for our youth and something that I took so seriously, and to know that I was fixing to go into something without having all the knowledge that I needed in order to best support my students. 75 to 80% of what is learned in a classroom is through the visual system. Take that in. 75% of what is learned in a classroom is through the visual system. But I never took one course on visual function and what it looks like when it's not functioning correctly. And so I was disappointed, and within a couple weeks or a couple months, I was working part-time for OCVT because I was fascinated and I wanted to be part of it. So I student taught during the day, and when school was over, I'd come to OCVT and I worked with patients at night. And when May came and I graduated, I had a decision to make. Do I go into a school and into a classroom and take on this role of educator that I was so excited to do? Or do I join OCVT and join this field of vision therapy and try to bridge the gap? Because there's a huge gap between what educators are equipped with and the knowledge that obviously developmental optometrists have. So I went to school to be a teacher because I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to make an impact. And I thought I could make a bigger impact with OCBT and bridging the gap and being part of this vision therapy movement to further spread awareness about the effects of reduced binocular vision, or reduced tracking skills, or reduced focusing skills, or reduced visual attention skills. I had to be part of this. And whether it's working with a patient in the therapy room or presenting to teachers to share more about what they can look for and how they can better support their students, every day is different for me, but every day is the same in the sense that we're changing lives. And there's no better feeling than to know that you're working alongside other professionals who care equally and who are as committed and as devoted to changing lives of kiddos and people who are affected, whether it be I'm struggling to read or I'm struggling to remember what the story was about. I'm just excited to be part of this movement. So join me on this vision therapy movement and spread awareness. And if you know a group of teachers who need a presentation and who are open to learning more and adding to their toolkit, because knowledge is power. And the more that we can spread awareness and help these teachers understand a whole nother side that they never even knew about, it would be amazing to continue to spread awareness. So help me. Let's spread awareness. Have a great Friday, and thank you for allowing me to share my story.